Good morning. Yes, welcome to Morning Brew with, yes, it's your girl Germaine. So we are here full of great new things that's taking place coming to the end of this year. And yes, we are still in our series of thankful, being grateful, and always appreciating those, including yourself. All right. So today, as everyone's chiming in, I hope you have a few minutes to stop by, for coffee and conversation. Before we get into today's brew, yes, I did pre-brew my coffee because, sometimes you just wake up and you just need the taste of coffee. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but today I did. So I already pre-brewed it before we started the show. So yes, I'm drinking coffee today. It is my hazelnut coffee with my hazelnut creamer, and it's really good. So give me a second before we get into today's brew. It's always so good. All right, guys. But listen, there's quite a bit that I do want to talk about. Hello, my girl, Jessie Moss 92775 out in Sacramento, California. You are so faithful, Jessie. It's holiday season. And, the one thing I was thinking about with the launch of our new merchandise line and our new store, I call it the Morning Brew Café. The store is now open. So, for some of my faithfuls that always chime in to have coffee with me in the morning or conversations with me, I want to send you something, just a little gift, token of my appreciation. So you can get a gift from my collection. Yes, the Morning Brew with Germaine collection. So Jessie, I want to send you a coffee mug. So we'll talk offline, in Instagram, the DMs, so I know where I'm going to send it to, because you are truly, truly one of my faithful sisters that show up to have conversation with me on a regular. So I appreciate you a lot. Thank you, girl. And so let's get into today's message. Now, today's brew is gratitude in the midst of change. So gratitude in the midst of change. So yes, Jessie, make sure you hit me up in my DM so I know where I'm going to send your mug. Okay? All right, sweetie. All right, so thanking God, not just for what's working, but for what's shifting. Ooh, are you in a shift right now? Do you feel like you're in a shift right now? Because I do. Things are shifting, things are changing, and I'm excited about it. It's the unknown, not sure exactly what it is, but you know what? I sense and feel that change is coming, and I feel like it's a good change. So, thank you, God. All right, so, give me a second because I always forget to turn off my ringers so there's no disruptions doing Morning Brew. And so here we are. Let's talk about this. Let's get into it, okay? Some people, well, not some people, I'm going to say so many people are in a transition period. Careers evolving, relationships shifting, finances stretching, identities expanding. Does any one of those apply to you? Does any one of those apply to you? So, change can feel uncomfortable, even scary sometimes. I can attest to that. Definitely. We like to be comfortable. We like to be in a space whereas we already know, or we can expect, what the outcome of it's going to be. But that's playing it safe. So it is I'm going to say very uncomfortable stepping into the unknown. what's on the other side of that door. It could also be a little scary because it will disrupt the order of what you're comfortable with, what you're used to. But it can also be holy. It can also be a great thing. It can also be new encounters, new opportunities. Gratitude during transitions helps you see God's hand not only in stability, but also in movement. Change is often the doorway to your next level of purpose. Yes, so you know how we do here on Morning Brew, or maybe you don't because you're new to Morning Brew, but we take a pause so we can pour into purpose. And with that being said, before we get into that segment of Morning Brew with Germaine, I decided that I wanted to share some things now up front in the beginning. So if you're on right now, you know, you can see what's happening, what's new. But if you are chiming in, you know, playing the replay over at YouTube, on YouTube, under Morning Brew with Germaine, or on my Facebook page at Germaine Miller Summers, or you know what, it might be Germaine D. Miller. That's why I always send people over to my YouTube channel, because it's Morning Brew with Germaine. Easy to find, right? And you see the whole vault of all of our coffee brews, our morning brews. So good morning, Leslie, for chiming in. Now, see, Leslie is another one of our faithful community leaders. And Leslie, so you may have caught this in the beginning, but if you didn't, I just want to show my appreciation to you as well, because you are so faithful showing up that I'm going to bless you for the holidays with one of the Morning Brew mugs from our collection. Now, let's get into that collection. What I want to do is, because we've updated some changes on our website at Morning Brew with Germaine. So what I want to do, I want to be able to just kind of walk you through really quick before we go into our next segment. So give me a moment and let me pull the screen up so we can talk about, or not talk about, so I can kind of walk you through what's new and what's happening on Morning Brew with Morning Brew. So here's our website. When you go to morningbrew.com, and I'm just going to add that banner up on the screen so it is showing and you can see it. When you go to morningsbrewwithgermaine.com, these are some of the things you're going to find. Okay, so the Morning Brew with Germaine Cafe. Let's see what's happening in the cafe. Let me open this up a little more so we can have pretty much a full screen of it. So in the cafe, so if you are someone that's joining the community, you know we have a final sip in our segments, but we have the new Morning Brew book club. And then we have these quickie brews, right? Which is, this thing is moving a little fast. So let me go back. Let me go back another step. Okay. I can control this, but you can control it too when you stop by. So we have our book club that I'm going to get into, but we have our, once again, we have our quickie brews, which is sips, chats, and clips. So that's where you can find our clips and stuff. But we have our also how you can support Morning Brew. So I'm going to send you guys this cup. Thank you for your faithfulness and chiming in. And then our pour into purpose segment, our reflection questions, we'll get into a little later. But let me just scroll down. So welcome to Morning Brew. Yes, I'm going to take a few minutes and kind of walk you through our website so you can navigate when you need to go in and complete some things, right? So discover the brew topics. As you know, Wednesdays are Mixed Blend Wednesdays. Then we have Fridays, which is our Author Brew Friday. And then we also have, yes, you can support by buymeacoffee.com/by Morning Brew with Germaine. It's a lot happening, right? And then we have our new shop, our cafe. Our shop is open now, so you can purchase some items for the holiday. All right, so what I really want to get into, though, is this, our book club. Yes, the new book club open enrollment is starting officially. It started yesterday, but I'm going to say it's officially starting now, right? So, what I am encouraging you to do, I am so looking for your voices. Now, some of you that join us, you may be a part of, you may be an author. You may be an author that's a part of the HOV publishing family, or let me go down to this section real quick. Okay. So, you may be an author, a part of the HOV publishing family, or you may be an author that just want to be a part of the community. So this is definitely for you. But for all those others that are not authors just yet, and you desire to be an author, or you just want to feel like you belong to something, a club, a community, I am opening up and welcoming you to join. Yes, to join the Morning Brew Book Club. 12 books over 12 months. We're going to start the month of February because I'm taking December and January to really just launch and build this massive community around the globe that will invite readers to be a part of the discussion, to be able to meet their authors, have the authors chime in and be a part of the discussion. I am so excited about it. And I hope you're excited about it too, especially if you are an author. It could be your book that's spotlighted for the month, the whole entire month. We're going to focus on promoting and, getting it out about your book and you coming to be a part of that dialogue and that conversation. Okay. Now, the great thing is, this is all virtual. So it's going to be a virtual in your own private space, but it's going to feel like a collective community of us sharing together, right? Sharing together, having coffee, juice, tea, maybe even some wine, whatever you're drinking, but being able to engage in dialogue from all over the world, depending on where you're showing up from. So this is what I need you to do. Okay. I need you to, yes, I'm saying I need you to. I need you to make your presence known. I need you to let your voice be heard in the community. We want to hear from you. We want you to be a part of the book discussions. We hope it's your book we're discussing. Yes. So, but let me tell you how you can do that right on the website. So if you go to morningbrew.com, like we're showing you right now, you can pretty much just read what is Morning Brew Book Club. The Morning Brew Book Club, as I stated, is a 12-month reading experience featuring 12 impactful books across themes such as purpose, healing, leadership, faith, identity, entrepreneurship, love, legacy, etc. There may be some fantasy books in there also. Okay, so each month, pretty much we're going to select. There will be an author that is selected that will be the featured spotlight author for the month. And so we're going to make it a big deal, as those that are participants and readers, as they are in the month of really reading the book, getting their questions together, getting their points, wanting to know why, so while they're reading the book, we're going to be kind of having some dialogue go on, even on Morning Brew. And we decided that we'll make Mondays that day. Monday will be the day. It'll be talk all about the book club, right? Prepping, getting ready, talking about it, highlighting little nuggets, tips, and all that stuff. So definitely looking for your input and everything. And with that, what I need you to do, if you are a participant, if you know you want to be a part of the Morning Brew Book Club and be able to be in the conversation, bring your questions, bring your ideas, all this good stuff, then I need you to go and I need you to click on here. Now, I'm going to click on it. So when you click on this, it's going to take you here to our participants form. So I'm asking, but I need you to just go on and fill the form out. Now, to join is just $1 monthly to be a part of our book club that gives you total access into the membership platform, which is behind the scenes. So there's information and stuff that you will receive that nobody else just watching us will get unless they're a member. So just go through, complete the form, and let us know that, yes, you are joining the Morning Brew Book Club. You're going to be a part of this community, and then we go from there. Okay? But I am so excited. So I hope that you really join. I do. I'm looking forward to you being a part of the discussion, the conversation, and you never know. Your book, even if it's not written yet, could be one of those books. So I'm excited. But yes, it will take you here for you to complete the form. Okay. All right. Now, and then you could just read once you go to Morning Brew with Germaine, just see the benefits of what it will give you. But now, this is the thing. Let's talk about for those that are authors. Now, I've published HOV Publishing, which is Hope of Vision Publishing. This is 18 years. 18 years. Yes, I'm going to celebrate that 18 years because, go back to the previous Morning Brew that we talked about, celebrating your wins. I'm celebrating 18 years. Yes, of publishing people's stories, the power of one story. So, if you are an author, and you do not have to be an HOV publishing author, all authors are welcomed. All authors are welcome to go in and let your story be one of the 12 stories for 2026. Okay? Now, same thing. What I need you to do is I need you to click on that author submission form. When you click on that author submission form, you see author submission for the Morning Brew Book Club, but it's going to take you once again through a series of questions for you to submit your book as one of the books that's selected, so we can profile, we can spotlight you as an author for the entire month, and then have open live discussions virtually around the world about your story. I get so excited when I say that. I just love the opportunity that authors will have to be able to build new readers, build new audience, getting more people interested in your story and why you decided to write it. I get so excited for you. So don't mind my excitement. Okay. All right. So, but these are some things that, yes, when you go to morningbrewwithgermaine.com, you can start engaging in how you can, one, be a part of the community and really let your voice be heard through our Morning Brew Book Club, or two, be that author that it's all about you. Whatever month you decide that you want to spotlight your story, you can be that author that everybody's talking about. A lot of benefits for authors, okay? But you have to go in and submit. You have to submit. All right. And so just some other things you can find out a little bit more about me on Morning Brew. I'm still just taking you through the website really quickly. And then, we have Mixed Blend Wednesdays tomorrow. Yes, we have Mixed Blend Wednesdays, and we will be back with Dr. V in studio with us, continuing Pillow Talk. So I am so excited about that. And then we have our Authors Brew Friday. Yes, we have a new author in studios on Fridays to be able to share their stories. All right, guys. So yes, these are some of the great things that you can find. Now, I'm putting this here because these are our monthly segments for Mixed Blend Wednesdays. Yes, we have the Building Champion Leaders with Dr. V, and we have Coach Kathleen, Menopause Unmasked. Yes, women. Yes, yes, yes. We are raising our voices to deal with some real issues that we have. So I am super excited that Coach Kathleen is every month. She's with us talking about it, giving us new insight, blowing my mind, definitely. All right. All right, guys. And then here's some of our authors brew from our authors brew. But yes, this is the website. This is the website. So you can go in, and this is our quickie brews, sips, chats, and clips. Where, look at that face. Oh my gosh, girl, fix your face, right? But what was that topic about? So yes, you can go in and get some of our clips, but this is our site. This is our website. So make sure you stop by. Once again, let me just run back up, because right now we are definitely promoting Morning Brew Book Club, the newest initiative that will bring community together over stories. Now, everyone has a story to tell. I firmly believe that. But some people have just taken it a step further and published their stories. So we want to highlight them. We want to celebrate them. We want to spotlight them. We want to hear their voices also monthly. But I'm not going to leave you out, because if you're a participant and you know you have a book desire in you, is burning, that desire is burning to write your book, publish your book. Well, guess what? I'm a book publisher. So you know what? You always have a friend, you always have a contact, a connect. If you just have some questions you want to ask, whether you want to self-publish, whether you want to publish, we do it all. Just stop by. Just stop by morningbrew.with Germaine.com, and there is a tab that you can find out more about HOV publishing. All right, guys, we done talked enough about that. Yes, we have. All right, so now let me get out of this so we can get back to, now I'm not going to keep you long, but I definitely want to get back into the message. Okay, so the message is gratitude in the midst of change. Yes. So we're in the pour into purpose segment. So let's get ready to pour a little bit into purpose, because I always want to leave you with something you could take away on your journey. So, but I'm not going to hold you long. All right. So let's get into pouring the purpose. Shift requires trust. Gratitude reminds you that God is guiding the process, even when the path feels unclear. He's still guiding you if you allow him. He's still guiding you. Every shift, big or small, is connected to your growth. Every shift, whether it's big, whether it's small, is still connected to your growth. Trust turns transitions into transformations. Trust is a big word. It is. And sometimes once you lose trust in a person, it's hard to gain it back. So you got to guard that. You got to protect that. All right, let's continue to pour. Movement reveals what's possible. Movement reveals what is possible. So, change shakes out. Let me say this again. Change shakes you out of comfort so you can step into your calling. Change is good even when you don't think so. Now, I guess for some people you may think it may depend on what the situation is, right? But be open to change. I'm just going to leave it there. Keep yourself open to change, because if not, you will be stuck. And sometimes we can get stuck for years because we weren't willing to change. So I'm just going to leave it there. Now, gratitude helps you recognize opportunities hidden inside uncertainty. Transition is often the bridge between prayer and manifestation. Whew. Transition, which means moving from one space to the next space, right? But it's often the bridge between prayer and manifestation. All right, let's do some final pouring. Letting go makes room for what's next. I know it's hard. Letting go can really be hard sometimes. Yeah, it can be. But every ending creates space for new beginnings. Did you hear that? As hard as it may be, every ending will create space for new beginnings. Yes. Gratitude softens the sting. Gratitude softens the sting of release and opens your heart to receive. Whew. That's why I really love this series. Yeah, this series of being thankful, of gratitude, showing appreciation. When your hands are free, your purpose can expand. Wow. You got to free some things up, though. You got to free some things up. All right, guys. That was our Pour Into Purpose segment. Now, this is a segment we all can take part in, our reflection questions. So, you know how I like leaving questions for you to take on your journey. You don't have to answer them all today, but really kind of let them brew a little, let them steep a little. So, you can go back and answer those reflection questions, okay? All right. So, what are our 3 questions today? Whew, okay, here we go. Number 1. What part of your life is shifting right now? Let me say that again. What part of your life is shifting right now? And how can you thank God instead of resisting it? Yes, we like to fight against it. We like to fight against the shift, the change. But sometimes I just really want you to take a pause so you can begin to really look at how you can pour into purpose with that shifting. All right, question number 2. What is this transition teaching you about trust, obedience, or identity? Should I say it again? Okay. What is this transition teaching you about trust, obedience, or identity? Whew. Okay. Question number 3. Where do you sense God making room for something new? Have you even considered that? Are you sensing anything like that? Or are you sensing it, but you're still unsure? So let me say that one again. Number 3, where do you sense God is making room for something new? Sometimes it's about just taking self-inventory of yourself. Where are you right now, present day? What is happening? Is God trying to get your attention? Is he opening you up? Is there a shifting taking place? In all of that, I just say, just give thanks. Just give thanks, even if you don't understand what's happening. All right, so let's talk about this. We're now in the final sip. So I've been trying to really keep our conversations kind of short because, I can be a little long-winded, but, and I know people are busy because at this time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time during the day, people are in the midst of doing things, right? All right, so we're in our final sip. So let's get into this final sip. I like leaving you something as we depart for the day. Tomorrow is another day that you can stop by and join me for coffee and conversation. So in the final sip, change is not the enemy. It's the evidence that God is moving. Yeah, he's moving. I know for me, I can only speak for me. So I'm not sure what's happening with you, but I'm just putting this out there. However it resonates with you, let me know. Stop by in the community, YouTube, Facebook, click on the likes, the notifications. Let me know. Something resonates. Let me know. Even on Facebook, send me a few stars if you like, okay? Or, hey, if you want to just buy me a coffee, you can buy me a coffee also at buymeacoffee.com/morning brew with Germaine. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just put it on the screen right now. Hey, I'll just show it for a few moments, right? If you decide that something is resonating with you and you just want to sow, and we're in the season of Thanksgiving appreciation. And the thing is, even if you just want to send me the words and say, hey, you know what? This is what I took away from your message. Let me know. It is pure encouragement for me. Yes. And I also love getting it. I do. I love getting it. So, all right, guys. So let's look at this. You're not being shaken apart. You're being shaped for what's ahead. When you learn to say thank you, not only for what's stable, but also for what's shifting, you unlock a deeper level of peace and purpose. Whew, y'all know my thing is let's take a pause so we can pour into purpose. Right now, we're pouring into purpose. Every time you show up, you are gaining some nuggets, some tools, some information to help you be able to pour even more into purpose because we're all purpose for something. But I know we're just, a lot of times we're on a search for what is my purpose? What is my purpose? And sometimes it could be staring you right in the face. It's like right there. But sometimes we're looking for the big bang, the big fireworks and all that. Sometimes it can come as just a still voice. Yeah. So come on, let's discover purpose together, right? All right. So you know how we do. I like giving these call to actions as we begin to sip slow. So we're sipping slow. And number one, identify one shift in your life and declare gratitude over it, even if you don't fully understand it yet, because most times we don't. That's the first call to action. I'm going to say that one more time. And then if you need to go back, just go back. You can pick up and replay this and get the call to actions. But think about this. Identify one shift in your life and declare gratitude over it, even if you don't fully understand it yet. Okay, number two. Release something you've been holding on to out of fear and invite God into the transition. That's a big one because what I'm realizing, including myself, listen, first partaker in all this, right? Fear is something that will rob you of a bright future, that will rob you of purpose. Fear will rob you and cripple you. So I'm going to say number two again, this call to action. And I really want you to think about it and I really want you to take it serious, right? So release something you've been holding on to out of fear. It could be anything. You know exactly what that thing is. And invite God into the transition. It's that easy. Listen, we have not because we ask not, right? So God, listen, I need you to help me release this fear. Help me transition from this place of being stuck, allowing fear to rob me of my destiny, of my purpose. Help me to release this very thing right now so I can move forward freely. It's that easy, just like we're talking now. And number three, I like to leave affirmations that we can do together so you can begin to just, say it throughout the day. So today, let's affirm this. Change is working for me, not against me. Now, let me hear you say it. I'm imagining I can hear you say it, but I'm going to hear you say it, right? So let's say it together. Change is working for me, not against me. That's our affirmation for today. And because gratitude is in the midst of change, isn't denial. Think about that. Because gratitude is in the midst of change, it's it's not denial. Guys, and with that, thank you so much. Thank you so much for always showing up. Thank you so much for being a part of Morning Brew with Germaine, our community. And I love those that take the bold step and chime in and let me know you're new in the community by just chiming into one of the platforms that we are live on and letting me know you're there. Thank you. Because what I realize is people would rather watch from afar. I'm guilty of that. Let me see what's happening. They don't need to know I'm here. I'm guilty of that too. But I appreciate you, and I want to let you know, I appreciate you for getting the courage to say, good morning, I'm drinking this today, or good morning, guess what? I'm chiming in, or I'm tuning in from this location. Thank you. whatever works. I appreciate it. So have a wonderful day. And remember, stop by. Let me put it up one more time. Stop by morningbrewwithgermaine.com. And yes, I'm looking to see you as part of our book club. So like I said, we are just announcing it. And you know what? Help me help others. So make sure you get the information, share the link, and allow other people to know we're doing this. Listen, this global worldwide book club. And if you are an author or you know someone that can really benefit from being an author, submitting their book to be one of the 12 books for 2026, please do so. Give them the opportunity to meet new people, share their story, and be a part of this great book club. So once again, thank you for stopping by for a coffee and conversation. I will talk to you tomorrow. Mix Blend Wednesday. Make sure you stop by. Dr. V's in studio with us. See you tomorrow. Be safe out there. Thank you.